How are we doing? You're not going to be graded, so don't worry about what kind of sentences you write. Okay. Have we done at least the first couple on top? So, who wants to volunteer for this number 1 on the very top? Anybody? Don't be afraid. Yes. Sure.
Messages from the DNA expand in intelligent entities.
Fine. Absolutely fine. How did we know, or you know, that this was expand? What would tell you the difference? Let's say you got this sentence mentally in your work. How would you know by color if this was expand or cancel? Remember something. The archetypes can appear in any color, and the color refines the meaning. I did them here in black and white because they're generic. I wanted you to just get the idea of translating. But just for your own benefit so that you know, here's so that you know. Let's look at the chakra tube. Basically, if it's below this point, it's cancel or remove. And if it's above this point, it's multiply or expand. So if you saw it in royal blue or violet, it means expand or multiply. If it was in brown or red, most 99% of everybody uses expand, because that shows you're a positive thinker. But so that you understand, it can mean something else depending on the color. Here's another question for all of you. You translated it from left to right, because that's what your culture told you to do. How do you know? Maybe you got it from right to left, or up to down. I want you to also keep in mind then, that archetype sentences can come in any direction, because there is no spatial procedure from hyperspace. It could be any way. So always translate them in the order in which you received it. Always keep that in mind.
Show up like up and down.
Diagonal, backwards, upside down. There's no difference to hyperspace, because there is no spatial perspective. Now, what if it was from right to left? How would you translate it that way?
Intelligent entity expands the DNA.
Okay. Or an intelligent entity expands DNA by way of the method. Remember, you can put filler words, because this language of hyperspace, was never meant to be spoken or even written. It's mental. It's designed for instant understanding and transmission. It's downloaded in your mind pattern. So we're just struggling to physicalize it and make sense out of it, just to a point of understanding. But as you progress on in the work that you do, it'll become an instant comprehension. How about the second sentence? Anybody? Oh, fine. What if it was the other way around? Conscious perfection through the crown chakra brings balance. Okay. How about that number 3? I put a little bit of a twist in there, but you still have the components that you could decipher it. So how would that be? Very good. You did it right to left, okay. And if it was the other way? You could say in the other way, space and time brings conscious awareness for human beings. Or you could say human beings, awareness of their reality is through time and space, which is true. What if the human being archetype was in red? What would that say about that person? Or if I just had this archetype in red? Well, if you saw that symbol, what would that say to you? Well, I would say, if I saw that, I'd say that's an angry person. If you see a person all in red, are you going to say, oh, hi, how you doing?
No.
Or you can go, okay, that way. If you see someone in pale pink, what's pale pink? Unconditional love. Generally, if you see someone in pale pink, if you don't know them, you feel comfortable in their presence. Okay? If you see someone dressed in ice or steel blue, they're going to be a little harsh with you, a little cool, a little standoffish. People dress in the colors that are telling you their emotions for the day, not an accident. Yes, you might say it's the only thing I didn't have that wasn't in the laundry, or so-and-so is visiting me today, was a present, I have to wear it. Maybe those are your physical justifications, but bottom line is your mind pattern arranged that to happen because that suited your personality for that day. And yes, and gray, so we won't even discuss that. But if you decide to come tomorrow and say, I'll wear violet, make them think I'm spiritual and protected, but you're really in a bad mood, you won't be able to wear it. You'll say, I just don't like this, and you'll take it off. Because it has to match this. And you can't fool yourself. You can't fool other people either, really. What about this number 1 on the bottom part?
Physical reality measures space and time.
Exactly. And the opposite?
Space and time merge into physical reality.
Exactly. What about the number 2?
It balances and expands the intelligent entities forever.
Or you could